Forsaken General's presence was suffocating. Its massive, shadow-woven form loomed over them, molten eyes burning with a primal fury. The air crackled with dark energy, making the ancient symbols carved into the walls flicker erratically. Nova's instincts screamed at him to move, but his body was frozen in place. The weight of the creature's gaze bore down on him like a physical force. Agent Calloway's voice cut through the tension.
Sentinels, take formation!
The humans moved with military precision, weapons raised. They fired in unison, bursts of searing energy streaking toward the Forsaken General. But unlike the lesser creatures, this one did not recoil. Instead, it raised a massive claw and slashed through the air, sending out a shockwave that shattered the incoming blasts before they could land.
Fall back!
But the beast was already moving. With unnatural speed, it lunged straight for Nova. Shadow intercepted, meeting the General's attack mid-air. Their bodies collided with a thunderous impact, sending cracks through the stone beneath them. Shadow's fangs found purchase in the Forsaken's shifting form, but it was like biting into smoke. His teeth passed through it as if it were half real, half nightmare. Nova shook himself free from his hesitation. The fire within him flared, answering the threat. Blue flames erupted from his paws, and he launched forward, aiming straight for the Forsaken's exposed flank. His attack struck true. The General howled, its form distorting as the blue fire consumed parts of its body. It stumbled, its molten eyes narrowing in recognition. You are the catalyst. One wrapped around his foreleg, another around his throat. Pain ignited across his body as the creature's corruption seeped into his veins. Luna's cry of rage split the air. She leaped, her claws slicing through the tendrils, freeing Nova just before the corruption could fully take hold. Shadow, now back on his feet, rammed his body into the General, forcing it back a step. The humans fired again, this time aiming at the weak points exposed by Nova's attack. Calloway's shot hit the center of the creature's head, making it stagger. Calloway's voice carried a growl of determination.
This thing isn't invincible. We just have to hit it where it hurts.
Nova panted, his vision flickering between the present and something older. The energy of the City of Wolves thrummed beneath his paws. The symbols on the walls pulsed in time with his heartbeat. Then he saw it, an ancient mural, hidden beneath centuries of dust and decay. It depicted a battle eerily similar to this one. A wolf, his eyes blazing with blue fire, stood against a monstrous darkness. And beneath the image, a single word burned into Nova's mind. Sever. Nova's breath hitched. He understood now. The Forsaken were bound to this world by something deeper than just raw power. They were connected by an ancient force, a forgotten pact that had kept them imprisoned. If he could sever that connection.
We have to cut it off from the source.
Luna's eyes flicked to the same mural. Understanding dawned in them.
The runes?
We'll clear the way. You do what you have to do.
The battle reignited with newfound intensity. Shadow and Luna launched a relentless assault, keeping the Forsaken General occupied while Nova focused inward, feeling the energy of the city flowing through him. Calloway and her team provided cover fire, striking at the General's weak points to keep it from overwhelming the wolves. The ground rumbled beneath Nova's paws as the runes responded to his call. He didn't know how he knew the words, only that they were burned into his very soul.
By the will of the first wolves, I sever the bond of shadow and fire.
A pulse of energy burst from Nova's body. The runes blazed to life, forming a circle of light around the Forsaken General. The creature howled as tendrils of pure energy lashed out, tearing through the bonds that held it to this world. The Forsaken General's molten eyes widened in rage and fear.
No! You do not understand what you are doing. I understand enough.
With one final surge, the runes flared, and the Forsaken General was consumed in a burst of blue fire. Its form flickered, distorted, and then it was gone.